Crikey, the nights are drawing in now. I can't believe how much darker it's got. I suppose it's going to be even worse next week, isn't it? Oh well, that's what happens this time of year. I have to admit, not normally an Halloween fan. Don't really see the point in it. I mean, I see the literal point in it, but I don't see the point in the commercialisation of it. And I've never been a massive fan of seasonal decor in the home. However, my parents, my mum's got some nice pieces in the living room that I really do like. My missus has put some pieces around the house in celebration of Hallows Eve being almost upon us, and I quite like it, I have to say. I'm kind of hoping this is going to be a thing that will carry through the other seasons of the year. That would be quite nice, actually, although summer would be rather green, verdant, you might say. But yeah, that was a bit of a random tangent. Today's been a hectic day. I was hoping that I was going to have quite a wodge of time to get through a backlog of tasks that I've been putting off. However, I spent a good portion, probably half my day, going through some stuff with my placement student, and I mean that was beneficial obviously for him, and I'm really excited that we're at the point where I think it's going to start producing some really good stuff for us. So it was totally not wasted time. The progress it's making is really good. I'm more than pleased with that, so definitely not going to complain about spending time with somebody that's enthusiastic to talk about things and asking really good questions. The kid asks really good damn questions. It's like, yes, achievement unlocked. This is a good primary placement in this new role. Absolutely what I wanted. To the point, he's even going to bring a camera in, and we're going to go through some do some photo walks at lunchtime and stuff. But anyway, that's by the by as well. One of the things that I did show him today, in fact, so it is tangential. It's a good segue, is that, isn't it? Yeah, to use the parlance. It's a good segue into the next segment. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Was how I structure videos for my other channels, and how procedural that is, and how that then helps me build up a shot list. So obviously there's a very real parallel between my day job and what I do for fun, which is hopefully helping me be better at my day job. Kind of the point. I like being good at what I do. That being said, it made me think that perhaps I need to be a little bit more open with the structure that I have on some of the things that I'm expecting from people. Some of the feedback I've had from chatting with colleagues is, wow, would you expect people to work in that manner? And I was a little bit taken aback at first, and I've given it some thought. I've pondered it over a cup of coffee this afternoon, and I thought, am I being unreasonable in what I'm expecting people to do and how I'm expecting them to do it? So, as one would expect, I looked at the surrounding SOPs that we have, processes, however you want to call them, procedures, processes, workflows. It's all analogous, isn't it? As to what I'm expecting people to do, how I'm expecting people to do it, and why I'm expecting people to do things in a specific way. I've been very clear, very verbose, very descriptive about that in a concise manner. So my original thought of perhaps I am being too restrained when we're asking people to work in this way, I've come around to the fact that absolutely no, I was right in the first instance, and I'm going to double down on having folk work with me inside of this proceduralized manner. There is flexibility in there is creativity, there is scope for that, but it does give a very good framework that's going to allow people to efficiently and effectively work with us in a reparable manner, which is what we actually need to put out quality product repeatedly. As I've just said, I mean, I've just repeated myself there, so that's it. But then I further thought, well, I'm learning from what I'm doing for fun. I say fun. Doesn't feel like it at the moment because I'm so far behind my own personal stuff. I'm learning as I'm doing things for fun. I'm practicing. I'm using that as a proving ground, as almost as a beta for what I want to do in my day job. So I'm maximizing the minimum of risk, I suppose. But is that then negatively impacting my fun time, my hobby channel? And I think it might be. I think having this overly structured manner in which I do hobby videos perhaps might not be the way forward, which strikes me as odd. And this makes me think about a conversation I've had with my best friend. His videos that he creates are based off of the assumption that everybody is like him, that level of detail requirement, how he wants to paint a picture with words, the depth that he needs to go to convey an idea, is what people want. And it's interesting because it's the same with how he approaches the task of driving. And I think that I might be wrong with this. I think there is an overall structure for the specific demographic that I'm targeting, which is without being too pigeonholed, Warhammer fans. I do very little that's not Warhammer, and I think that the time of the videos that I've got is about right. And the previous videos that I've done over the past 4 months, I've shown that I'm getting more retention. And the videos that I've done over the past 2 months, so the Stormcast videos where I've got like a lot of diagrams, a lot of explanation, a lot of exposition around why I'm doing something rather than just the how to do that thing, is the way forward. Then, what is the problem, Wayne, you're asking? And that's a very good question. I'm glad you asked me. The problem in doing that weekly or fortnightly even is time. It takes me a lot of time to produce videos to that level, even though the quality isn't the level of quality that I can do. It's perhaps 50%, not even 50%, I wouldn't say. Sometimes they are just fastly put together, but fit the purpose. And sometimes that roughness, rusticness can be authentic, can't it? And that's good. However, to do things to the level that I want to do them, that I think is engaging with people, requires more thought, less structure, and more polish. And I enjoyed doing those videos. So do I then need to figure out how to transition from the schedule I've got, which is weekly, and doing longer videos, perhaps monthly? So one good polished video per month, 12 per year, and then having 3 less polished videos, and perhaps rather than a 10-minute video, it's a 30-minute video that rolls all of the stages into one, rather than with the Stormcast one where I broke that down into 4 steps and released those every 2 weeks. Perhaps I do it another way around. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why I'm asking you. I suppose I'm just vocalizing my thoughts because I've nobody else to talk to about, to be absolutely honest. So that's being absolutely open about it. There is nobody that I talk to about this, really. I have no friends that do this, so I can't get any advice from that or whatever. So yeah, that's a bit of a dilemma. I certainly want to carry on doing it. I want to carry on making these videos, but I want to make them more interesting. I've got plans for the channel as I keep going on to, but it's having the time. Time is the thing that I do not have, and it's irksome. The obvious answer is try and make something else out of this. Change it into something that is profitable. But I don't want to do that, because as soon as you do that, as soon as you take something and make it a revenue stream, or try to make it a revenue stream, you end up hating it. And this is what I got to with, when I was working for myself, that was the case. As a developer in my previous role, I ended up being a manager pretty much full time, and I hated it. I hated the people I was working with. I hated the environment. So that I'm not going to blame on my monetization of love of programming, because that's not the case. That's wrong. But the content element, I love making videos. I love making diagrams. I love making flowcharts, processes. I like structuring things. I like project management, and I like content creation. I don't want to try and make hobby videos, regardless of whether it's Warhammer or teaching people how to make videos, how to use cameras, how to just, I don't know, even having a monetization route for this sort of conversation where I have structured conversations with diagrams and overlays and, you know, a consciousness stream in a very authentic manner. I don't want to do that in any sort of monetized manner, but I can't think of any other way where I can afford more time to it other than trying to make it a professional pursuit that I can roll into a day job in some way, shape or form. That was an interesting journey, wasn't it, to get from what we started talking about to here. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there because it's turned into a long one. I hadn't planned on it being this long. I planned on it being quite a short video, in fact, because it's been a really long day and I've been awake a really long time today. So yeah, I'll leave it there. Be happy with each other. Don't kill each other unless you absolutely have to. And you know what? I appreciate sometimes you just have to murder the crap out of somebody. It's how it is. But try not to if you can at all avoid it. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll try and keep it a little bit briefer. All right? See you later.